This channel's too formal, don't you think? I decided to make this channel really informal. Actually, that was not a new decision. I said when I first made this channel that I was gonna do like rants on this and like random clips of nothing like this. Although this isn't nothing, this is important information I'm gonna be sharing with you today. Not really. Somehow it ended up being a formal vlog channel. That was not what I wanted, and I also think that my main channel is a little bit too formal for my liking. It's still like me, I'm still talking, like, you know, it's still me, but for some reason there's a disconnect there. I just feel like it's not where I want it to be, and I got into that mindset where I was like trying to be like my favorite YouTubers, and I don't want to do that, and I would fail because I'm not them and I don't want to be them. I would just want my videos to be like their videos, which isn't fair to you or anybody, or them especially, because it's not me, and you're watching me and you subscribe to me, not my favorite YouTubers. Anyway, that was a little rambly bit rant on its own, but I could talk about that for days. So basically I'm here to tell you a little bit more informality on both channels coming to you now. I just spit. I actually already filmed this video, this rant video, so I don't know if I have as much energy to really put it out there the first time. For some reason when I filmed it, I sat down to edit it right after I filmed it, and the file was corrupted or something. It just wouldn't play, so we're redoing it. Don't mind the mess in the background. I have not cleaned my room. So basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about is a little bit of something that was kind of a revelation to me on the way to school this morning, and I wanted this channel to be like a video journal kind of thing. I thought about doing a blog post on it, but I decided to do it video form for your entertainment. So I kind of realized, I mean, it's not like a new revelation to me by any means. It's been something I've known for a long time and have kind of tried to break from, but I realized I'm afraid of everything. And this, you know, wasn't necessarily just today I noticed it, but recently my boyfriend kind of pointed out to me that I'm afraid of a lot of things, not in a bad way or in like a negative sense. He's just like, you have a lot of irrational fears. And we had like this little debate that I was like, no, they're not irrational, there's a reason. And he said, no, they're irrational. Which normally I don't believe in so much irrational fears, because I think that everyone has a reason to be afraid of whatever they're afraid of. And I think it's okay to be afraid of what you're afraid of. As long as it's not hindering your like daily functioning and things like that, then it can be kind of a phobia, which in that case you'd want to break. But having general fears of things and stuff like that is very normal, and I accept that. But recently it's been, you know, my boyfriend and I try to go on like adventure dates every summer, and last summer we went kayaking and I couldn't swim in the water. Like, I'm afraid of deep water, I'm afraid of water, just anything water, which is weird because I'm a Pisces. But no, so I would get in the water and it was so cold, and I would like be paralyzed and I'd start to panic and I just couldn't swim in it. It wasn't that cold, but like, you know, when cold water touches your chest, you like freak out. Kept doing that, so I'm like, I'm not gonna swim to the buoys, but he encouraged me and helped me get to the buoys, but for some reason I was just terrified of the water. So that was last year's fear. This year he wants to do sensory deprivation, and if you saw that episode of Good Mythical Morning, it looks really scary. It's more like the fear of the unknown. I don't know what's gonna happen to me in the sensory deprivation tank. I don't know. If you don't know what that is, I'll link that Good Mythical Morning episode below. You sit in a tank for an hour in like this neutralized water tank, naked. There's no sound, you can't see anything, and it's just, you can't feel anything. You're literally, all your senses are taken away from you. That scares the shit out of me. But I decided I'm not gonna be afraid of that shit anymore. I realized that I pass up on opportunities or like don't do things specifically because I'm afraid. For instance, I'm afraid to go to the gym by myself. What? I had this like weird anxiety that people are gonna be watching me work out, and that's like weird. But then when I'm with Sarah, I'm fine, I can work out, like I don't care. But it's when I'm by myself, I don't know. They probably are all irrational fears. There's no reason. I'll be fine. I'm not gonna die. No one's really judging me. No one cares. So you know, driving to school this morning, I was like, I'm literally afraid of everything. I was afraid to drive Sarah's car when she got her septum done the other day. I was like, I should probably practice driving your car before I drive you home on the freeway. So I like drove it like home from her house to my house, and like it's fine. Like I think it's because I've never driven another car other than Mine, sorry. I mean, I've had 2 cars total in my possession, one for like 2 weeks and then it was taken from me, and then the one I have right now. So I've only ever driven those 2. But a car is a car. You learn the brake, you learn the gas, you learn how that goes, and you go. So it's like little things like that I'm afraid of. Like, I think it's all derived based on fear. Like, before I would just think it was like little anxiety, whatever, but no, it's fear. Like, I feel the fear of these things and it's just silly to me. So I'm trying to break out of that, and let me know what you're afraid of in the comments and we can kind of coach each other on how to break out of our fears. Everyone has fears and it's okay to live in them, especially if they're like rational, but little things like that where you're not gonna die, there's no need for anxiety about it. You know, I think we should help ourselves and help each other like get out of that, because we stop living our lives when we're afraid, and I just want to live. You know, I want to experience things, and I don't want to look back when I'm 50 and be like, I should have done all those things back when I was 25. Now that I'm 25, I'm like, what did I do with my life so far? Never been on a plane, never been to Disneyland or an amusement park for that matter, never been out of the state. I've been 4 hours away. That's the longest and farthest I've been away. I am going to Vegas in May, and that for some reason is really daunting. And I'm like terrified of that experience more than I'm excited for it, which is crazy because I'm seeing some of my favorite bands at a music festival in Vegas, and my boyfriend's gonna be 21, and we can gamble and finally drink together. Why am I not more excited about this? For some reason, I'm just dwelling on everything that can go wrong and thinking about it, like, you know, if we're gonna get in a car accident and things like that, like, why? I'm absolutely terrified of talking on the phone. Like, anytime I have a phone call for, like, a business type thing, it's like a whole preparation I gotta do. It's like an hour before the call. I'm like, I gotta make sure no music's playing. I gotta make sure the window's closed because of the trains. I have to, like, turn my phone off, like on silent or whatever, in case someone texts me during the call. I have to like tell everybody that I'm on a call. I'm like literally weird when it comes to talking on the phone with people that I don't really know and people I do know. Like, I'm just now getting comfortable talking to my boyfriend on the phone, and we've been together for 2 years. So I'm literally afraid of everything. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of not like doing experiences or accepting things, or just not going out, going to the gym by myself. Like, why? So I decided to get out of that, and I encourage all of you to get out of it too, out of that mindset of thinking about everything that can go wrong, or just being anxious about things that are happening that you have no need for, and, you know, just living more in a positive headspace, more in a lighter headspace, not thinking so much and not being afraid. Like, I know it's easier said than done to just turn that off, but we really should try, and we should try to push ourselves to be out of our comfort zone and try new things and talk to people and like do whatever scares us, because that is when life begins. Am I right? That's what they say anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of ranty video. Let me know if you want like more of these kind of videos. I am passionate about a lot of things, so I could just like talk about random shit on this channel. Since I want it to be more formal, I want that connection with you guys. I want this interaction in the comments. Like, I miss that, and I feel like I've gone way too formal. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I just feel that way, so I'm gonna try to stop that. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.